I just forgot to record, so I'm going to start now. But I encourage all of my new coaches to start with is by inviting off their posts. So what I do is I just made a post right now. It was more of a heavy call to action, kind of saying like, look, I have 7 spots left in my group. This is how to join. This is what it is. I only do those heavy call to actions about twice a month. The rest of the time, my posts are geared on adding value. And I'm going to speak only about inviting to challenge groups tonight, because where you guys are at in your business, I want you to attract people to want to do the program with you because they need to see you as a consistent leader in those groups before they're going to trust you as a consistent leader as a business mentor. Okay? Yeah. So I would rather you even forego our team coaching glimpse event this month and just strictly put all of your eggs in inviting to a challenge group basket. That's where your focus should be. You need to get people loving these programs. You need to get people who've done them since August, like Michael, who've done them for 14 years since, like Kelly, like people who really, who loved them 2 years ago and quit and came back because they were so good, like Bella. You need to find those people that are going to be in your group first and foremost. Does that make sense? So my gosh. Yep. Earning your trust. So you have permission to forego leading with coaching if that feels right to you. If it doesn't, don't listen to me. I don't care. I don't know everything. But that's just what I would do if I were in your shoes. So start there and then really pour value into your post. So like think about the things that you're learning as a challenger, even 14 years in, or like maybe because we're heading into the Halloween month, we're really thinking about sugar. Maybe tell people 5 effects sugar has on the body. That's it. Maybe tell them that you used to be addicted to sugar. One of my posts set up to come soon is about my addiction. I used to have 6 cans of regular Mountain Dew a day. How much sugar that equated to and how hard that was for me to quit. Telling a little bit about my story and then adding some value in and educating them about what I'm learning. Not because I know everything, but because I want to learn these things because I'm always learning. And then I would make a post like that and I would message all of the comments and the likes the next day. And I would say, hey, Sarah, thank you. I saw that you liked my Mountain Dew post. Were you ever addicted to anything like that? Like, do you ever have a sugar vice too? I would love to tell you more about how I figured out how to kick these. That's it. I'm thanking them for watching my story. I'm connecting with them about that specific topic. They gave me permission to further that conversation about what I was talking about. And then it's in their court to take it to the next level. And guess what? You're going to teach them of how you learn that. It's about your challenge group. That's an invite to a challenge group. So then she's like, yeah, I would love to hear more about how you kicked that. I'm really addicted to Diet Pepsi. Awesome. Well, it started with me going all in with fitness and nutrition at the same time. And these groups really help me keep accountable. That's just your invite to a challenge group. So every post that I make like that, I try to do them at least 3 times a week. I have a handful of people just from the likes and comments that I can go invite to. Does that make sense? So that took such pressure off of me to find a list of who I was inviting, making sure that I was engaging with them, all that other crap that I can't keep track of right now in my life. But instead, I was going to who was actively already engaging on my stuff. So that's where I'm sending my invites right now, and it feels genuine, it feels good, and it's very simple to track, to follow up, and everything because it's just right there on my post. Does that make sense?
I like you said that like they are almost giving you permission because they are already involved in that at some point, even if it's just a like not even a comment. It's like it's not an unnatural way to reach back out to them because they've already been involved with that. I love that. Yeah, that's awesome.
So it's just a good cadence. So I sit down and I look at my work hours for the week and I'm like, all right, I'm going to make this post on Monday and Wednesday. And then I know I'm going to set aside at least 30 minutes on Tuesday and Friday or the days after to follow up and do those messages from that post. Because I give it like a full 24 hours to cycle and get engagement So when thinking about all of my posts and things I want to talk about for October, every time I like Google something or look up a recipe or I hear a challenger talking about something they're struggling with, I write that down in a note on my phone and I just turn those into quick, easy posts later. 90% of my posts actually come from the Beachbody blog. I'll just go take a couple tidbits from there. And then another great thing that you can do is if you're involved in our team challenge groups, you can go in there and just post like, hey, what's one thing that you learned this week? What's one thing that you struggled with that you've overcome since joining this group? And they'll give you thousands of things to talk about. So by formulating your posts and things like this, not only are you speaking your story, but you're also speaking the testimony of the people in our team groups and what they're overcoming, because that's your job right now. Is number one, show your audience that you're consistent and you're committed, because they're going to see you month after month, and that's earning their trust for them to be able to hand you the keys to their journey to be their cheerleader. Mm-hmm. So that's your number one job. And then teaching people what you're learning along the way, but also sharing what the people in your group are learning. Even if you don't have your own group that you're leading, our team group is your group. That's showing people what people are doing in our community with our products, with our programs, and with our group. That's why it's on the BAT every single day, to recognize achievement. And that's what I mean by that. So even today, my recognizing achievement was I just sent out some Girl Gang Shaker Cup stickers to a couple of my top challengers. And it was just sharing that. I didn't share what they did, but I shared that I was celebrating them for being a Rockstar Challenger. But just making a little touch point, a tiny little touch point, saying that there's people in your groups doing big things that you're celebrating, I think is a huge deal. So that's kind of how I would lead with inviting, with where you guys are all at right now. Do you have any questions from what I've said so far?
It makes a lot of sense, and it seems like a very much more like less calculated way. It's just a more streamlined way to invite. You know, I always thought, I think that's part of what held me back from doing this was thinking I had to do a whole bunch of cold invites. Because I just cannot stand that. I mean, through the years, I have gotten so many of those people that don't know me at all, and it's just like you know, you don't want to lead with that. So what you said, those are amazing like nuggets to take back.
Good. And obviously there's a component of growth. I wanted to speak more heavily on that topic to you guys, because you really do have such a large warm market left when you're new. Like, you might think you've talked to everybody that you haven't. Like I said, when you start jogging your brain about all of those things and all the things you've done over your college career, your high school, like your adult life, groups you're involved in, people you know, you should have a hefty list. But one thing that you can work on now, that I make sure, I made a promise to myself to never do a cold invite. So the way that I do that is right now, I'm not sure if you're using Instagram. Do you guys all use Instagram or no? No. Yes. Okay. So there's, you can save posts and create a collection or a folder in there. Do you guys know how to do that?
Yeah, Jenna showed me how to do that.
Okay. So if you don't know how, when you're in Instagram, there's the 3 little lines in the upper right-hand corner. You can click on that. Oh, wait, I lied. Go to your home. Wait, hang on. Yes, click on those 3 lines and it'll click on saved. And then there's a plus sign in the upper right-hand corner and you can create a new collection. Every month I create September girls or September friends or September prospects or whatever you want to title it, that I put everybody that I want to get to know more in that collection or in that folder. So how you do that then is you go to, like, let's say I'm going to pull up a random post from anyone. Go to your Explore page. You go to their feed and you click on the saved icon and you hold it down and it'll say save to, and you can pick what collection or folder you want to save it to. So I will put it in September. Mine's called September Gals. And then I would go to that collection when I want to comment, like, and watch their stories. So all month long, I'm engaging with these people that I want to get to know. And then come October, those are the people that I invite. So I'm a month lagged, but it makes me feel confident that these people aren't like, who's Sarah the hot mess mommy? They've seen me in their feed, they've seen me in their comments, they've seen me in their DMs from watching their stories. So it's more of a natural cadence into an invite. Sarah, did you have a question on that?
No.
Okay.
Good.
And how I find those people then is I sit down and I think about, who am I? So I will go to Crocs. I love Crocs. People make fun of me. Like, what's unique about you? But products that you like. So I'll go to hashtags about Crocs and I'll just talk to other people. I'll add them. I'll find them from those hashtags. Preschool mom, dance mom, girl mom, Starbucks obsessed, Americano is life. Like any hashtags or of products or things or places you go, restaurants you go to. That's how I find those people to add to that collection. So every time at night before I pick up my phone and I'm tempted to mindlessly scroll, that's what I make myself do, and I try to at least find 5 new people. And so by the end of the month, I have a hefty handful of people that I've been engaging with, and that's kind of just loosely how I build my cold market. But remember, circling back, first and foremost, your number one goal is to share your journey, what you're learning along the way, and what the people around you are doing with this too. You're not in this alone. And people don't just want to hear about your journey. They want to hear about who you're helping do things too, you know? I just had a one-on-one call with a coach last week, and I encouraged her to share. She only had shared before and afters of herself, which is amazing. But she didn't have a lot of weight to lose in the first place. And I said, you know, I really think you might be missing out on the people that are looking at your before and scoffing at it like they don't relate to you because you didn't have a lot of weight to lose at all. Like, show the diverse catalog of before and afters that we have. If you guys go to one of our announcement posts in Fit Forward, maybe about a month and a half ago, I asked all of our teammates to share their most recent before and afters, and there's about 90 different before and afters right from our team that you're able to use to share, to promote. So feel free to do that. Share everything. You know, don't just feel like it's your journey or nothing. Commit to that posting plan at least every other day if you can. And as you head into October, be bold about picking a start date and really promoting that your spots are filling up, they're limited, and telling people what a boot camp means. And that's why these breadcrumbs are so important. You talking about what you guys do in that group. Do you share sweaty selfies? Do you sit and talk about, you know, nutrition obstacles? Like, what does a boot camp mean? And being clear about that, so that when all of a sudden the week of October 20th comes around and you're telling people you have 5 spots open, they're ready now because they heard you talk about it all month long. So that's kind of how I would lay out your month for October. If I could design that for you, is by being mindful of Halloween coming. Maybe give yourself the first 2 weeks to really go heavy and talking about the things we talked about tonight. And then having it start maybe like that 3rd week of October. It'll give them time to get their feet wet before Halloween, but then also time to wrap up a good solid 3-week program. You could even do a prep week the week before Halloween and then run like a 3-week group for the first 3 weeks in November, because you have to be mindful of Thanksgiving. I often like to promote 21 Day Fix. It's a good old favorite of mine around this time of year, because people feel accomplished being able to start and stop something before the holiday versus completely getting derailed. So that would maybe be kind of my approach for October. And then that last week, you know, maybe running like a prep week or just kind of getting kickoffs, kickstart clean week. They could do anything like that. Have you guys seen the tools I have for you video that I made?
Where is that located? Is it in the files?
I'm actually going to reshare it in our group. It's a great third-party tool when you're in this invite mode and when you're talking about this and when you're inviting off your post. I feel like you're going to have a lot more momentum picked up. I'm curious to see what you guys think of this after doing it for a month. It's just a super short video that I made about what a boot camp is. And I speak as not just join me, join anyone on our team. So anyone can use this video. I screen share and I show inside the Tracker app. I show inside our Thinkific for challengers. I screen share and I show inside BOD. So they get a visual of what that all looks like. So I'll share that for you if you want. It's a great tool. Like, for example, that follow-up about the sugar post. I would say at that point, if Sarah had come to me and said, yeah, tell me more about how you kick sugar, I'd be like, all right, great. It started with these groups. I still do them 5 years later. They're that good. Take a peek at this short video and let me know what you think. That's it. Word vomit off me. It's a great tool, and it's tried and true, and it's really done a lot time-wise for my business, and really helped me explain it a lot better for people. They felt more confident buying into what they were buying into because they saw it first. So I'll share that in this group actually right after this call. And yeah, I think that's it for now. We do still have, if you're promoting Morning Meltdown, our team Morning Meltdown Instagram page. It's called Time for Morning Meltdown. The handle is. And this is also a great tool to send them to. We have an account like this for coaching as well, but it kind of talks about what the support looks like in our group, what the packages are, how we handle nutrition, the workouts. So that's still an ongoing great tool that I will send people to that are interested in Morning Meltdown and or even All Access really. But if either tool you want, pick a third-party tool that helps you shorten your responses and feel more confident in what you're saying. So Michael, when people have questions about what you're doing, I think that would be a great tool for you from what you shared. So
thank you. Yeah, that will help a lot for sure.
So I'm going to wrap up here. I try to keep these short and sweet. I'm really glad we kind of got to talk to a smaller, grouping, really hear where everybody's at tonight. But please make this group what you need of it. If you guys have specific questions, if you guys have, hey, this is my game plan for the week, like blow this group up and share if this plan is working or not for you, because it's really key to stay in tune to that with not only what works for you and your schedule, but your audience too in the first few months as a coach, kind of coming out of the gate, hitting your first milestones. And like Kelly, I think, you just got to keep doing what you're doing and then level up. What you're doing is working, so level up. Sarah, you got one coach under you, keep doing what you're doing and just level up a little bit, don't add a whole much more to your plate, just make it a little more intense, a little more passion and a little more fire. And I think that's really all you guys need to do to kind of keep on the track that you're on. So I'm proud of you guys, all of you. So thank you for taking the time. I'll post the recording and I'll post that link also.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah.
All right, bye friends.